The best thing about technology is also the worst thing. It is the exciting new frontiers constantly being reached for and the unexpected glitches that result. Hopefully, we won't have too many glitches in this presentation. When we talk about future technology, it is easy to get overexcited and start debating science fiction possibilities and probabilities. We don't have time for that today, but instead I want to concentrate on the far more exciting subject of technology available today. All of the technologies I'm about to show you are available now and will be shaping our immediate future over the next few years. But before I start talking about where we're going, let's pause for a second to consider how far we've already come and the speed technology is accelerating. In 40,000 years we've evolved from primitive man using rudimentary tools, invention of the wheel and discovery of fire to the dizzy heights of modern technology. But the interesting point to note here is how it's accelerating. Gordon Moore's law has observed for the last 50 years how data density doubles every 2 years. A very similar parabola can be observed when looking at the advancement of overall technological breakthroughs. Consider for a second all the amazing advancements and technology that we currently take for granted. Due to demand of affordable, mass-built and high-quality control properties, more and more construction is built off-site, in a factory and fitted together on a site in weeks rather than months. This technique has been around for decades, but is gaining popularity. A significant advantage of modular design and build is that it offers potential clients to choose the layout and finishes of the internals when purchasing off-plot from a list of options that the manufacturer can accommodate. 3D cameras or 360-degree cameras are two separate technologies. 3D cameras are two lenses providing a slightly different view of the same landscape. By providing these separate images to each eye provides depth to an image. 360-degree cameras produce one image at all angles. The technology achieves the same result by stitching together multiple images, like the panoramic mode on most mobile phone cameras. Drones are a miniature, unmanned, remote-controlled or automated helicopter or aeroplane. Most modern drones have self-stabilizing monitors and software to prevent crashing. This technology has become more affordable and easier to operate, which has led to its increase in use. Common uses are for aerial surveys or greenfield sites and remote monitoring of sites. Most drones incorporate 360-degree cameras to give a complete field of vision for the operator. Building information management, or modeling, is an overlaying of information to drive collaboration between the various disciplines and services. Structural, mechanical, electrical and aesthetical details can be incorporated into a single rendered model to ensure clash impact reductions and optimization of efficiencies, interdependencies and innovations. An architect can demonstrate how a proposed building would appear, including usability and maintenance when combined in a building information management model. Three-dimensional printers have been around for 20 years. Initially, layers of wax or soft thermoset plastics were used to create three-dimensional prototypes. Now, we use fine powder superheated to thermally set different materials. While still slow on its uptake, 3D printers are becoming more affordable, reliable and quicker. Architects regularly use 3D printers to create accurate scale models. As 3D technology progresses, it will reinforce our consumer-driven society, enabling products to be printed on command and disposed of by decomposing its particles ready to be reused. Printable clothing, medical arm casts and implants, prosthetic limbs, phones, computers and even food are already in development. Construction workers in Dubai and America are producing industrial-sized 3D printers to print real-sized buildings that would otherwise be impossible or very expensive to construct. Once programmed, these buildings can be 3D printed automatically in a fraction of the time compared to traditional builds. They are precise and use only the materials required with no wastage. Virtual reality is a 3D and 360-degree generated experience to give the user the ability to view something that does not exist or is not immediately accessible. The virtual reality device monitors the user's movement to move the imagery in time with the user. By wearing a virtual reality device, a client can immerse themselves into a building information management model and effectively walk through the virtual building. Augmented reality is the overlaying of a virtual image or information onto the real environment. Similar to virtual reality experience, the imagery or information reacts to the user's movement and environment and can even identify real-world objects and highlight them with relevant information. By combining all this technology, the user will see a real-world environment with the additional information overlaid. For example, a construction worker might see a plastered office wall in the real world with the overlaid building information management image of the structure, mechanical and electrical services running inside it, and a hotspot from an infrared sensor which identifies where a potential electrical fault may be. Skanska have already produced the world's first augmented reality hard hat, which provides the operative with access to information relating to real-world objects that they are interacting with. This incorporates Microsoft's HoloLens into personal protective equipment, which provides an interactive display in front of the user's field of vision. Apple and Facebook have both joined the race to popularize augmented reality, with the winner potentially owning the software rights for all future applications, similar to Microsoft Windows software. For the past 50 years, we have got used to controlling our digital world via keyboard and mouse. However, this is having to change as the application of technology moves on. Touchscreen devices have become mainstream in the last 7 years, but this is already reaching its limitations. The need to be able to control devices while on the move, keeping your hands free for driving, etc., has necessitated voice commands and text-to-speech software. Whilst this does allow us to send messages, it doesn't give us much control for navigating through software. PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo have each produced their own versions of gesture control, either with a wand or motion cameras. The Myo armband is a wearable gesture control and motion control device that lets you take control of your phone, computer or so much more touch-free. This device has been available for several years now and has the highest grossing technological investment due to the number of applications being developed for it. Within a few years, everyone will be wearing this device or a similar equivalent. Whether you think it's a personal invasion of privacy or a helpful way to ensure you stay healthy, wearable technology which monitors your activities, heart rate, SPO, BMI, stress, blood, pressure, blood sugars, sleep pattern and temperature is becoming mainstream technology. Fitbit, Apple and Samsung are among a growing group of companies producing watches and wristbands which monitor your every move and heartbeat. There are also household appliances which monitor and adapt to your health, comfort and personal settings, including toilets with incorporated urine testing for kidney function, electronic toothbrushes which monitor frequency, duration and control of your cleaning, and automated and remote controlled heating, air conditioning and lighting. Avatars manage your calendar, plans your route, including traffic analysis, delays and departure times, lets you know the latest weather reports in your area, notifies you of discounts or availability of products that you have interests in and tracks your delivery, notifies you of information of entertainment updates that you have interests in. It informs you when your contacts' birthdays, anniversaries are and statuses change. It can even identify who someone is as you pass them in the street, how you know them, which contacts and experiences you have in common. It monitors your health, prompts you to keep healthy, and can contact emergency services with your location, information and status should you collapse. It helps you keep on top of your bills, expenses and even calculates your taxes. From a security point of view, your avatar retains and encrypts all of your personal information, including iris and fingerprints, bank details, passwords and personal identification numbers. It also monitors all of your property and belongings for threats, damages, maintenance and loss. Does this sound far-fetched? If you weren't aware, almost all of these services your avatar can provide is already on your smartphone and social media. You may have even come across Google Home or Amazon Echo, which is yet another step towards a complete avatar which can manage your house controls or search the internet by saying a command. As avatars become more important, so does its security features. Current technologies available include biometric authentication, voice analysis, fingerprint and iris recognition. Airports use scanners to see through objects, but they also use CCTV with API software to monitor facial recognition against a criminal database and identify your expressions to see if you have hostile intent. So that's the current technology already available, but what about the future? Without becoming too speculative about the future, let's consider the technology due to be released in the next 12 months and how it will change our industry. If you've never heard of Energous, it's an American company working closely with Apple, among others, to use radio frequencies to charge devices at a distance. There are a few different types of transmitters, but the basic technology involves a watt-up charging station sending out radio frequency waves in a focused beam towards a compatible device. A chip in the gadget then converts the waves into direct current electricity. This rectification process isn't new, but Energous claim it is able to do it efficiently enough to make sense of charging small devices like wearables and phones. It was due to be released this year for the latest Apple iPhone, but has been held back until 2018 for testing and legal reasons. In the long run, Energous will offer wireless charging at 15 feet, but for now it's around 8 foot. A far-field transmitter may be embedded into any power source such as a light fitting. This design enables maximum coverage and allows series links where multiple transmitters are linked together to cover larger spaces. In an office scenario, for example, one light fitting would be hardwired to the distribution board and all the other lights would draw their power wirelessly from the master. Not only would the lights be wireless, but each one relays the signal, extending the coverage. This would power the light fitting themselves, but also any other device within proximity, including your laptop and phones. Without the need to configure office layouts around power and data connections, interior designers are given much more free rein. If you apply the technology to electric cars, then every lamppost becomes a potential point of wireless charging, allowing your vehicle to charge automatically as it comes within range of a lamppost. Drone technology is on the rise, literally and figuratively. All of the buzz these machines have generated, one drone manufacturer appears to have stolen the show. The Chinese company Ehang unveiled a flying machine capable of seating one adult passenger while soaring some 11,000 feet in the air. After stepping into the Ehang 184, passengers will use a mobile application to enter their desired GPS destination and then press a launch button. From there, the 440-pound drone will lift off and begin flying. What's more, Ehang says that its drone will be extremely safe ride. Made from a composite material, carbon fibre and epoxy, the flying machine is programmed with multiple emergency plans that, in theory, have the ability to safely fly its passenger to the nearest landing location. The Ehang is electrically powered and can travel for 31 miles with a person and a bag weighing up to 100 kilograms. Can also go at speeds of up to 63 miles an hour and takes around 2 hours to charge fully. The Ehang is going into full service in Dubai from July 2017. If you remain unperturbed about the rise of the machines, this rather terrifying video of Handle, the robot, in action might change your mind. The towering 6'5" robot is the latest brainchild of Google-owned company Boston Dynamics, who have both terrified and amazed the world with their high-tech creations. The two-wheeled robot is capable of lifting up to 100-pound crates, gliding across ramps like skater Tony Hawk in his prime, and effortlessly jumping onto a 4-foot platform. Handle uses electric power to operate both electric and hydraulic actuators, with a range of around 15 miles on one battery charge. Combine this with the rapidly advancing artificial intelligence, which is now able to automate vehicles through complex decision-making processes and monitor and control stock market algorithms, and we are already living in the mechanically automated world. So what does this mean for the future of our industry? Based on the current technology and the speed and direction the industry is progressing, it should be safe to say that the way we live, society interacts, we communicate and work is changing rapidly. The construction industry has always been slow to keep up with emerging technologies, where only corporate clients can afford expensive, cutting-edge equipment and techniques. However, the way in which society consumes technology and products is changing. Products are no longer for life or even for long-term investments. The world's largest taxi firm, Uber, owns no cars. The world's most popular media company, Facebook, creates no content. The world's most valuable retailer, Alibaba, carries no stock. And the world's largest accommodation provider, Airbnb, owns no property. Something big is going on. Consumerism is demanding affordable, customizable and disposable products like never before. The UK construction industry is not immune to this. Like the European property market, housing and offices are becoming disposable, rented or hired short-term investments. Property developers are catering to this market by offering affordable and easily customizable buildings with modular arrangements for multi-purpose living, packed with the latest mod cons. If you wanted to paint a picture of social life the construction industry will be capable of facilitating by 2030 to 2040, here is the description. You'll be woken up by your avatar in between dream cycles so that you feel refreshed. The room will illuminate to the perfect level and all the rooms will be clean and temperature controlled. The avatar will describe your day's schedule, current affairs, cyber-stalking your nearest and dearest while you do your morning ablutions, letting you know your kidney and liver functions, healthy breakfast recommendations, and how long you just brushed your teeth. Your automated club car will pull up outside your rented accommodation just in time to meet you at the gate. It will automatically adopt your preferences, including exterior and interior styling, temperature, and seat position. Travel will be quicker as the roads will be less congested, but you won't notice that because you'll be too busy updating your social media page via augmented reality while you finish your breakfast in the back of the car. Your work will be liaising and informed decision making, as non-decision making roles will gradually become automated. Your avatar will highlight all the technical influences that should guide your decisions. Flexi-working means that sometimes you'll work from home via a virtual reality office, but on the occasions when you do venture to the office, it won't be a company office but a shared office. It won't be in grid formation as there'll be no power out points, data points, keyboards or even monitors now. Instead, you'll be lounging in a social hub or nest designed to be able to achieve both quiet working space and relaxed conversations between clients and colleagues. Short journeys into the city will be via Skyrail or a drone taxi landing on a landing pad connected to your client's office. Your free time will be spent engaging with friends and family, partially via social media, whilst trying to decide which styling modifications best describe your personality and mood. Which is great, as your avatar can adapt almost all of your stylings instantly depending on the emotion it detects in your face. Every hard surface will be covered in a form of OLED flexi-film, allowing any object to illuminate, change colour, or even display moving images. With the collapse of the fully nationally funded health service, as private health insurance companies become more health savvy, there will be greater emphasis to exercise, eat healthfully, and not overindulge in alcohol or smoking. You will be expected to wear health monitors and hit weekly health targets, or your insurance premiums will increase. But don't worry about monitoring your finances or even getting your weekly shopping, as your avatar has already arranged it all. In fact, your biggest worry of the day will be when your avatar froze for 10 seconds and you think it may have a virus. How did people survive before avatars? Thank you for listening to Pellings Our Vision, Our Future, Futures presentation. All you've got to do now is build it.